All right, FightHype.com here at the Mayweather Boxing Club. Floyd's fighter himself, Angelo Leo, fighting for the first world championship of his career. Angelo, how's that feel, first of all?
It feels great. This is what I worked so hard for my whole life. And now the time has finally come where I could display my skills on national television and become world champion.
Now, you kicking off the Showtime PBC boxing schedule. You're the first fight. You and Stephen Fulton fighting for a world title. You guys are the same height, the same age, almost the same record with the same knockouts. You got one more win and one more knockout. What do you think of this matchup?
It's a good matchup, definitely. On paper, it's a 50-50 matchup, but I see some flaws in them, and I feel like I can exploit that in the fight.
Do you think, because you can box but also be aggressive, so can he, who do you think is more likely to be the aggressive guy, the puncher, and who's going to be the boxer more in this fight?
That's just something we'll have to see in the fight, It's one thing to have a game plan outside of it, but once you get in the ring and you start getting punched, then it's a different story.
Which style do you think right now you're best at? I know you could do both, but...
I could do them both, honestly. It just depends on who I'm fighting.
I mean, because you're coming along, you got 8 KOs, and then you fight Cesar Juarez, maybe the best guy on the record, and you take him out. And so what happened to when, because you're thinking once it's a step-up fight, he's going to take you some rounds, but it was the opposite. Why is that?
I'm one of the fighters that I just rise to the occasion, When I have a big fight coming up like that, I'm 100% focused, and I put my 100% into it, and those are the results that happen, TKOs, knockouts, all that good stuff.
Would you say this is the best camp you've had in your life, or is it just another camp?
No, definitely, this is the best one. All my camps, I treat like a world championship fight, but this one in particular is it's something different, The sparring, the running, everything is just at a higher level.
Is it that you're just doing more of it, or it's better sparring partners, or just the motivation inside? What's making it the best?
Just a combination of everything, Just more of it, sparring partners, the focus, everything's there. This is what I've worked my whole life for, so everything is put into this fight.
When Stephen Fulton, he talks, he's vocal about it. Even on the teleconference call, he was vocal about it. What does that give you extra motivation? What do you think when he's talking and he's talking maybe almost a little trash, you could say?
That's just what he does, You could say one thing outside the ring, but doing it inside the ring is a whole different story. So you could talk all you want, but once you get in there, it's just me and him with the gloves on, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Do you think it's going to be a war? This is going to be, or do you think you make it to where it's not going to have to be a war? But
it could be whatever, whatever it takes to get the W. It could be a war, it could be a chess match, whatever it takes,
do you think there's probably a good chance there's ebbs and flows where one round you're the boxer and he's coming for, then you guys switch, or?
It could be, it could be. Who knows? It could end in the first round, or it could end in the 12th, go the distance. You never know. This is a great fight, so I want everyone to tune into this one.
And I know Albuquerque, it's a rough place, man. It's a lot of ways to get into trouble in Albuquerque.
Yeah, exactly.
So does that make it that much easier for you to brush off when someone's talking to you like that, being where you came from? Or
yeah, Albuquerque is, it's a rough city. It's a rough city. It's a very beautiful city with a lot of good people in there, but it's a rough city for sure. And so that type of city, made me who I am. I grew up in that city, so of course, I got a thick skin for that.
Yeah, did growing up there kind of prepare you for this? Did you grow up in a rough area, Albuquerque? I know they got the Sureños, Norteños.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was. I grew up in it's called the South Valley. It's not the greatest part of Albuquerque, but there's a lot of gangs and all that. But I stayed away from all that. My dad kept me straight and all that. But it was all around me. It was all around me. And the drugs were all around me, all that. But I stayed away from all that.
Did you ever have to beat one of them up though? I know sometimes when you're growing up, they could test you.
Yeah, that was maybe high school, middle school, all that good stuff.
And
I went through it all.
And I gotta ask, man, because here we are, man, the palace Floyd built, right?
Yeah.
I've seen he's not just visited you once or twice, but a couple times for this camp, hasn't he?
Right. Yeah, all last week he was here, giving me advice. He was in the ring, teaching me some stuff, and I learned a lot from him. It's an honor to have him in my corner, and having him in my corner is just more motivation. Just to see his work ethic and all that. Iron sharpens iron, like they say. So having him around and all that is definitely going to brush off on me.
Do you have enough time? Because like you said, Floyd's busy, so you get him at a week at a time, right? Is that enough time to kind of fully take in and implement what he's trying to give as advice? Is that enough time, or?
That's definitely combined with what my team has to say and what he has to say. It all flows. It all comes together. And basically, what he told me, my team had already told me, but he basically solidified it. Let me know that that's what we need to do.
Like, oh, so we must be thinking the right thing because that's exactly what Floyd thinks we should do.
Exactly.
Right. Mm-hmm. Could you share with us anything he's given you as a pointer in the ring? Anything, or?
You'll just have to see him fight.
Okay. When we see that pull right hand, we'll be like, okay, that was Floyd.
You're gonna see a lot of things,
And it's also your dad. You guys came here up from the amateurs all the way here. What's that like? Going through this and now getting to the title fight, just you and your dad?
It was definitely a journey, definitely a journey that we went through, a lot of obstacles, of course, and but we got through it. We persevered, a lot of ups and downs, but it just, we have that drive. I've always had that drive. I think I get it from my dad, that drive just to be successful.
When you came to Vegas, was it like you literally just had to come in this gym and fight to earn respect and to get someone to notice you? Is that what it was like when you came here back in 2017? I know you were 10-0.
Yeah.
But
pretty much, yeah. That's basically how it happened. I had to come in here, prove myself. Nobody knew who I was, and I just, every day I just proved myself, sparring. Whoever they put in the ring with me, I sparred them, and I looked good against them, and that's how I caught the eye of Floyd. Caught the eye of the staff. They all talk amongst each other. So that's basically how it all came to be.
Is that what it was? The staff sees you work and they kind of got to Floyd and Leonard and said, "Just take a good look at this kid."
Right. That's basically what happened.
What do you think of Leonard campaigning for you on Twitter? He's like every week he's like, my guy is gonna beat Stephen Fulton. He's got a lot of respect for Stephen Fulton, but he's campaigning for you. Does that show you they really believe in you? What do you think of that?
That's great, because that's Mayweather Promotions, and they stand behind their fighters 100%, and that's why we got with Mayweather Promotions, because they stand behind the fighters, and they're for the fighters.
Cool, man. And when do you have to head out to Connecticut?
I believe Monday.
Okay,
Monday.
So is this your last day training in Las Vegas then?
Probably my second to last.
Okay.
I train Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
And then I'll head out Monday.
All right, and then before I let you go, man, just anything else you want to say to just tell the fans how you're feeling, or if you're thinking of anything beyond this, or anything you want to say?
I just want to give a big shout out to all my team, all Mayweather Promotions, everyone that helped me out through this camp. They know who they are, and to all my fans and family, my friends, everybody who's going to tune in. Stay tuned for this fight. It's going to be a great one, and I'm going to come back with the victory.
Oh, and final predictions. You think it goes 12? You think you could stop this guy? Final prediction.
I believe I could stop him,
Okay.
I believe in my training camp, and probably won't go 12 rounds.
Can't wait to see this fight. Thanks, Angelo.
Thank you.